is het sledgehammer.
You braved Blizzard. Dang it, Matthew.
You blended me.
Okay, where was it? He braved blizzards that created drifts 40 feet deep by tunneling through the drifts and staying out of the wind. With his only sense of direction coming from a magnet metal needles that he sat in a bowl of water that pointed its way to the gold of the land.
I see.
Eventually, the drifts got smaller, and the pair began to find the barren lands of the Yukon.
You can. Gosh dang it, Steven.
My name's Bill. I'm from Kentucky.
You can. You can.
Eventually, me and my wife took a trip up to the Yukon.
The Kansas.
You can.
Boy.
After settling camp up near a river and replenishing their supplies from a nearby town, they set
Wink,
about
wink.
to find their gold.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
At first, it was an arduous load. No, wait, arduous labor.
He was a guy.
Only to come up with a nugget or two a day. Though he'd made friends with the natives and prospectors alike, his frustration began to increase as each day became longer. He began to question why he came. One day, his desires for riches got the better of him, and he stomped his foot in anger. What happened next is nothing short of amazing. With that one stomp, gold nuggets started to pop out of the ground. Wranglers started to run around, snatching the gems. Soon they had more gold than they ever thought existed. When he filled 20 bags, 50 pounds each, he and Wrangler, who's now the size of a small bear.
What?
What?
Wrangler. He found steroids in the nearby shanty town.
Is now the size of a small bear, headed home to share his riches with his mother and father. Several days into their journey, he stopped at a shanty town to replenish their supplies and to fill his belly.
His what?
Belly.
To fill his.
You have really bad oral communication.
He's orally completely
Oh, do very good.
There at the outpost, he saw what could only be described as an angel in the snow.
A snow
A
angel.
snow angel.
A snow angel.
Wait a minute.
Instantly, he knew that his expedition home would be sidetracked, so he could get to know this beauty better.
Oh wait, it's a girl.
As the days got shorter, their love grew
Oh my god.
deep.
Fanfic for real.
But
now.
Courtney knew that he had to return to his parents.
So
So bidding
tied
his
up the girl
love
and
farewell,
dragged her.
he promised to return, with Wrangler at his side, laden with his riches. He set his sights on Orion's belts and headed south.
West.
That's north.
After several
That's south.
after several weeks, his trek became burdened by an early onset of winter.
Sound effects. Nah.
Travel became perilous as he kept his sight in the southern horizon. Wrangler even had troubles pulling the sled, as the ground was only partially frozen. Wow, partially frozen? They're having all this hard time.
Jeez.
Steven, be quiet.
And the weight of Courtney's gold caused it to sink in the soft spots. Knowing that once the ground was completely froze, it would be easier to hold his treasure home. Using knots Oh crap!
It's out of order now.
Steven, no!
Just Stubbs like, Courtney, wait, what? Don't worry.
Using knots and lashes that he learned as a young boy, he built a shelter to wait in for the hard freeze. It wasn't a turn-of-the-mill shelter either. Oh no, boy! It had a fireplace.
Oh.
Bed. And he even had an indoor plumbing he made from a few hollowed logs. So the ground was hard enough to
Every single word.
And as he was getting ready to leave a great moose approach. And you know what Courtney did? He looked that moose right in the eye.
And then you're fired.
And suggested that he make himself useful.
And suggested that he make himself mooseful.
I know, it's just, I wanted to get the sound. The sound's most important. Honestly, we don't want to see Steven's face.
The darndest thing
How
happened.
long is this?
That moose walked to the front of the shelter and waited to be hitched in.
What are you doing?
Courtney smiled and nodded
It's like Blue's Clues now.
at the beast and hooked him in. With his new friend pulling the weight of his treasure, Courtney was able to continue his trek to the south. The winter was particularly harsh with bitterly cold winds that could freeze water instantly, and blizzards that limited the line of sight. As each day passed, and he inched closer to the farmstead, his heart would ache, knowing that he left his angel behind. His determination became stronger. He would eventually use his skills in knots and lashings to create bridges across the thawing rivers. Eventually, he found himself on the hills above the river, where he grew up and played as a kid, and learned from the tribes. Finally, pushing his way through the wooded areas, he saw his mother and father.
Sorry, mother and father.
Working the land.
If you know what I mean.
When he first appeared at the gate at the edge of the family farm, his parents were taken back by the size of the two beasts that were by his side. They had never seen a moose before.
What?
And Wrangler was now larger than any bear that they had seen.
Growth hormones.
Maybe even larger than Donald Trump's comb over.
Or his ego. Combined.
There was great rejoicing at the return of their son as he told of his trip to the great north, and he shared with them the treasure that he had collected there. He told them of the angel that he met in the shanty that captured his heart and his plans to return to him. His parents were modest people and did not desire the riches that he had brought with him. Taking enough to get by, they begged him to take the rest with him to start his new life up north. He thought about the troubles he had transported.
Limited at 12 minutes for a video.
Oh. He decided that he would hide it in the woods, on the hills above the river. On the hills above the river. Camp Matigwell reference, only telling us
Illuminati confirmed.
Half-Life 3.
He then whistled.
We has it. We has it.
Wait, he then whistled for Wrangler. I don't know how to whistle.
Did Wrangler bark in reply?
Yeah, I'm out of space on my phone.
Let's see. He
Steven
then
did the
whistled for
bark.
Wrangler and the moose. Insert moot noise. Moose noise. And once again, headed north. This time to return to a different treasure. My grandpapa said that they never did go back to the stockpile of riches, that they maintained their modest means and passed on with the secret of a location held close to their heart. As far as Courtney, legend has it that he still lives up north with his angel in the snow.
Snow angel.
The snow angel. What happens when the
But
snow
on a
melts?
Some
cold
drunk guy
winter
just
day,
fell over in the snow.
He's living with a drunk guy.
It's like some angel in the snow. You mean a snow angel?
That story was awfully long.
That's because I'm weird.
Steven's life explained in 3 words.
Equipment. I can read it.
Wait, can I finish this, please?
Also, Matthew, that's 4 words. That's
That they
because
never-
I'm weird.
That they never did go to the stockpile of riches. As far as Courtney, legend has it that he still lives up north with his angel in the snow. But on a cold winter day, with a wind like that, and maybe like an owl or two going, the type of day that chills a man down to his bones. You can look to the northern horizon and see Courtney in his strange dog-sized bear wrangler lying in the snow.
No, you mean bear-sized dog.
Dog-sized bear.
I words good, yeah?
We comprehendos. Oh, that's good.
Connor, yeah.
Steven, do the
No,
bark.
can I read the equipment?
What?
Do the